Tonight's conversation addresses the role of women leaders who are difference makers. But unfortunately, in today's world, we see a gap in the composition of leadership in almost all sectors of society, and that really needs to change. In government, the average female senator had more co-sponsors, and they more frequently worked across the aisle with members of the opposite party, something we really need in today's world. Despite these important activities, women currently make up just 19% of the House of Representatives and only 20% of the Senate.
It's important in any democratic society to have leadership that's representative of the various cultures and the diversity of the society. And whether we bring certain things or not, I think it depends on the person. Right? And I think we are now at a place where we have the ability as women leaders to express ourselves differently and have a range of personalities and skills that we bring, all based on our experience. And yes, there are different experiences we have as a woman that just, it's untranslatable. It's its own culture. The way we think about leadership is something for us to consider. Like, what do we expect from our leaders? And in our society, we seem to have expected certain types of behavior. When Obama and Hillary Clinton were running, Maureen Dowd wrote a piece about Obama being the feminine and Hillary being the masculine candidate. But it was because she was describing certain traits that she feminized. Like, Obama was more of a listener. He seemed to be, Hillary was a little more aggressive. I don't necessarily want to genderize being a patient listener. I just want to say somebody's a patient listener and somebody's a team player.
In one of the Democratic Party meetings that I actually was invited to interview, one of the women in the back said to me, well, wouldn't you be better off staying home and raising your family? I kind of just very calmly looked at her and I said, well, how many male candidates have you asked that question of? Even when I ran for city council, I had women at the door say to me, what is your daughter going to do? How old is your daughter? Because she insisted that I go run back and figure out how to feed my family. I go, well, they're fine. It worries me that we still have those types, people still think that way. And so when we want to run and we want to conquer the world and make a difference, and sometimes you do spend a lot of time outside of the house, that we're being judged that way. We have to be role models for our little girls. You cannot be what you cannot see. And I say this over and over again, you cannot be what you cannot see. You have to see women in positions of power and leadership at every single level. Whether it's in government, in the private sector, we have got to model for our little girls. And women at City Hall are not only running my counterparts' offices, I have chief of staffs that are women that are very smart. Women are running campaigns. Women are fundraising and getting men elected. There is no reason why more women cannot run in the city and win.